What's up, guys? It's Ryan from Uther Gaming, and I'm here today with
Addison.
And what did you do in this past UDS, Addison?
Well, this last UDS I played rank 10 trains.
And you came top 8.
Yeah, I came top 8. I lost to a floodgate. It was pretty fun.
Pretty fun. All right,
Yeah.
let's get right into the profile, then, shall we?
All right. First, you start off. I run 2 Night Express Night.
Okay. And so for, I guess, people that don't know much about trains or the rank 10 engine, what does this card do?
It's a level 10 that summons itself. It costs a normal summon, but it reduces attack, but that doesn't really matter. He is a play starter for the deck.
Pretty sorry for that.
All right. Second card. 3 Heavy Freight Train Derrick Crane.
And what does this card do?
Heavy Freight Train Derrick Crane special summons himself when you normal or special summon a Earth Machine monster.
Okay.
And he has an effect when he is detached for the effect of a Xyz monster to pop a card on the field. Very powerful. Gets rid of floodgates. You can play under Skill Drain or many other floodgates when you're playing this deck very easily and pop problematic cards on the field.
That's crazy. He's a rank 10 dragon.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Next card, 3 of, have to play it. Bullet Liner, or Super Express Bullet Train.
Okay.
He can special summon himself when he's when there's Earth Machines only on your field. He also has a terrible downside of not being able to attack if unless you have 2 cards you want to send off the field.
Okay.
And lastly, if he's in the graveyard in the end phase, you can add any machine back. You can add Kaiju, Cyber Dragon, extra deck monsters, anything back to your hand for plays the next turn.
That's crazy. So he's kind of like a Skarm.
Yeah, he's kind of like a Skarm. This deck actually does have a Skarm.
Oh, that's crazy.
Next is the Skarm.
Isn't the Skarm itself?
Ruffian Rail card has a terrible normal effect where he can give up your battle phase and burn for 500.
Okay.
Actually won me a game, which was pretty funny. But if he's in the graveyard of the end phase, you can add a level 10 machine from your deck directly to your hand, which is very good to start your plays for next turn. Next is Flying Pegasus Railcar Stampede.
Okay.
He is a normal summon who you can special summon a monster from your machine monster from your graveyard or machine, and you can change his level to 4 or 10 if it's the normal rank 10s. But I run other stuff in here that can be utilized.
Okay.
I mean, it has a downside where you can only use it for you can only use it to attack with the machines or Xyz, I forget, but it doesn't really matter right now. All right. Next, Shizukiru, 3 of it. If you draw 2 of it, it's great because you give it to your opponent on a problematic monster. And look, you got a level 10. Fantastic. You can go from there. You can add him back with Bullet Liner, which is amazing.
So
nothing funnier.
Next turn.
Yeah, nothing funnier than getting literally showing your opponent that you're pulling the Kaiju back to your hand. Then they know they have to kill you right now, or they're immediately gonna get Kaiju and you're just gonna run over them. Next card, 3 Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon immediately gets rid of most problematic boss monsters.
Okay.
As well as I can immediately scoop it into Mega Fleet. And Mega Fleet's a level 10, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Just getting level 10s.
Oh, yeah, level 10. He's a light machine, which kind of hurts a little bit, but it doesn't matter. He's immediately going to be turned into a train material. Next are the text or whatever. Artifact Lancia. I didn't draw him at all. But he
main-decking Lancia.
I was main-decking Lancia. They told me that it beats Rongo, but in the end of the day, I thought it would do more against Thunder Dragons. Did not see it all day. It was terrible. But, I would expect it to actually win the matchup. Next is Glow Bulb. Now, Glow Bulb's fantastic. Because if you Foolish him or you discard him, there's a lot of ways to discard him in this deck. You can actually summon Nat Beast in this deck. And just sit on Nat Beast on any of the 2 level 4s, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's actually really disgusting. Alright, now we're going to get up to the spell lineup.
Okay.
3 Twin Twisters. Everything pluses if it gets discarded, so it's fantastic. 2 Called by the Grave.
2 Called by the Grave, okay.
I didn't feel like running more than 2. I barely, the hand traps don't really matter to this deck.
Okay.
The only thing that really matters is Ghost Stoker. Ghost Stoker is the bane of this deck. It is the hardest problem to deal with. Next, 2 Terraforming. 3 Revolving Switchyard. Revolving Switchyard is the field spell. You can discard one to add one of the level 10s.
Okay.
Or if you special summon a level 10 and you haven't used the other effect, you can special summon a level 4 from your deck, and it becomes level 10, so you can make an Xyz. You can use this effect during your opponent's turn as well, the summon effect. And you can actually build up some pretty powerful walls that also will be searching for you in the end.
Wow. That's insane.
Next is the God card. Urgent Schedule. 3 copies.
Urgent Schedule. All right. So what does this card do? Because I saw some of your games, and this card was absolutely insane when you flipped.
Urgent Schedule is double E-Telly for Earth machines. Someone's 1 level 4 or lower and 1 level 5 or higher. But you cannot, their effects are negated and they're put in defense, and you cannot declare attacks or activate the effects except with machine monsters. But that really doesn't matter because they're all graveyard effects, they're all Xyz detach effects. So at the end of the day, the downsides of this card do not matter.
It really don't, especially if you're using it on.
And the best thing about it is if you use it in conjunction with the field spell, you can actually summon another level 4 from your deck to get another potential search or blocker.
And you just spam it.
Yeah, and then there's the 1-ofs. Soul Charge. Soul Charge is amazing because I run Gustav Max, and every 2K I pay, I can do 2K to my opponent.
So you're always trading in time.
Yeah, no matter what, I can always go even with this, potentially killing someone if they're below 4K if I haven't used Gustav yet. Next, Foolish, Glow Up Bulb, any of the other guys, fantastic card. It really synergizes with the deck, as well as the Flying Pegasus. Because Flying Pegasus can pull out of the graveyard, which, I mean, sometimes you need a little setup. Next, Monster Reborn. You never know what's in the graveyard. Level 10s are great. Sometimes the opponent has something amazing. And that's it for the spell lineup.
Okay.
Last,
I'm the one trap.
Is Skill Drain.
The one of Skill Drain.
The entire deck can play off Skill Drain. Also, this Starfoil. The entire deck can play on Skill Drain because they all summon from the hand, like BA monsters. And they all have graveyard effects. The only thing that doesn't really work is the Xyzes, but with a Dryden underneath it, with a Dare Crane underneath it, it still pops.
That's crazy. Awesome. So then do the extra decks?
Yeah. Okay, first, we're going to start off with the staple.
With the
2 Gustav Maxes.
2 Gustav Maxes, of course.
Amazing card. Rank 10, 3K beater, deals 2K, but it's never really going to see combat.
No, Cowboy on steroids.
Yeah. Cowboy on steroids. I actually run 3 of them. Yeah. 2 Dora. Bootleg Masterpiece. Amazing. 3,200 body, 4,000 defense ass, and quick effective. It can make any card unaffected by all card effects.
Any card. So I could target my opponent's monster with this too, right?
Yeah.
And just...
I actually won a game by against a Trickstar player by targeting their Lilybell, so they could not return it back to hand. And next turn, Lieb just pounded it.
Oh wow. That's 800 right there.
Yeah. The next is like the more gimmicky choices. Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer is a spell speed 4 Harpy's Feather Duster for the deck. Very good against Sky Striker if I open a Kaiju. But in the rest of the times, he's sort of just a meme card. He's also a 5K beater, so, you know, he does things. But most of the time, I'm just going to rank him up anyways. Next is Ravenous Tarantula, a board wipe, as well as a great card in time. Because every time they special summon, they'll take 600 damage.
Okay.
They can really, and he's really, really powerful. Next, the card that actually makes this deck work. Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Juggernaut, Lieb.
So what does this card do for the class, Addison?
So Liebe can attack equal to the amount of materials it has +1 as a normal effect on monsters.
Okay.
But you can also detach to boost its attack by 2K. And but it's the only monster can attack. But if it's like if you activate this effect, the game's over. Like you already know.
You can swing for
especially if you make him unaffected by all card effects with Dora. All of a sudden he's a 6K beater who is unaffected by everything. They can attack almost all your opponent's monsters and just game them. If they're playing True Draco or something, where they can make their monsters unaffected, not to be destroyed by combat, you can just pound into their like Majesty Maiden and just destroy them. I mean, this card is amazing. Amazing legacy support. Next, I'll get on to the gimmicky cards. We got the 2 Cyber Dragon cards.
Yeah.
So, this didn't come up all day. I feel a little ashamed of running it for that. Okay. But there was one Cyber Dragon player and one other train player, so I was a little scared. And this one's just disgusting. It sucked up so many boss monsters. And it just, like, it's so much free advantage if you suck it up. But other than that, there's not much to really talk about on them.
No,
next, I didn't really have that many rank 4s lying around, so I just went Cowboy. And Babuska. You already know what these do.
Yeah.
Skill Drain on legs, and Cowboy for game.
For more
actually used them to beat over something. It was kind of funny.
Oh, wow.
Next, the only link I run Is Clean Genius.
Clean Genius, yeah.
I meant for Clean Genius, I meant to run something else here, but like this is all I can find on a short time. Still worked out. You can roto for the Kaiju with Urgent Schedule off of him, which is insane. As well as you can immediately use his effect to negate something on your negated monster, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. And last, the Nat Beast.
The Nat Beast, yeah.
With the glow bulb. For the glow bulb, you know, it's disgusting, especially since you get a search off of it immediately. Next, for the side deck. Alright. So first, 3 red reboot.
Oh.
This deck loses super hard to Altergeist.
Staple.
This deck does not lose to Floodgates, except for there can only be 1, which is the only thing I lost to pretty much all day. Next is 2 Rivalry.
2 Rivalry, okay. Yeah.
Rivalry's okay.
You're always gonna have machines.
You're always gonna have machines. There's like one other card in the entire deck. It's the Spider, but he's not staying on the board for long because you can just rank him up. Next, 3D Barrier. This was a mistake. I shouldn't have put this in. It put me in a bad play order.
Okay.
I probably would have wanted to get the duel if this was any other card, but you know, he outplayed me. And lastly, 3 Gamma Driver.
Cypherine package and Omega inside.
Yeah, and Omega. Potential extra value. It's worth it. I could just take something out of the extra deck I'm not going to use for the match. I already know. Driver, 3 Gamma, standard.
Standard, yeah. Always. Gamma's a best hand trap.
Yeah. I just want the value, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So, like, this deck seems relatively cheap. Do you think it's a good budget option deck right now?
I think it's a very good option. I think it's one of the best, like, rogue decks in this format that's not BA.
That's not BA?
Yeah, that's not BA.
That's fair. Would you take this to another event? Like,
definitely. I would definitely take this deck. Especially with Infinite Ignition being Earth Machines, I think this deck's going to see a lot of support.
Well, thank you, Addison, again for this deck profile.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This is Ryan from Other Gaming, and, check us out. Peace.